Good morning and a very warm welcome to all. I'm Vivek Kumar, your host, and my heart is racing with excitement as we begin today's power-packed session, creating a long-lasting impression because in this world you don't get second chance to make first impression. We kickstart at 11:30 a.m. sharp. Keep your notebooks ready, minds open. Let's make this session your personal game changer. Buckle up. This is going to be a transformative. Your first impression is not just a moment, it's a memory that lingers longer after you have left the room. While skills and qualifications open doors, it's the presence and communication and emotional intelligence that determines whether those doors stay open. The truth people decide whether to trust, respect, or and remember you within seconds of meeting you. Today's session will arm you with the unspoken rules of influence, how to command attention on without saying a word, the art of making people feel valued in conversation, strategies to be remembered for all the right reasons. This isn't just about polish, it's about transforming how to the world perceive and responds you. Let's turn those brief encounters into lasting professional advantages. Before we start, I would like to share about the company what we are. SAM's Welfare Foundation is a registered non-profit organization making a strong social impact through education, skill development, and entrepreneurship. Through our flagship initiative, GSECTION, we have empowered over 6,000 individuals with job ready trainings in IT firms, finance, retail, and more. We have also engaged in transformative projects like upscaling inmates in Haryana jail and helping over 1,500 individuals securing employment through partnerships with bank. SAMS Group continues to inspire change, promote youth development, and campaign over women leadership. This session is presented in collaboration with SAMS Web Solution, an innovative organization that offers integrated staffing, skilling, IT solution, advocacy services, and admissions, committed to turning ideas into meaningful impact. SAM's Web Solution empowers individuals and organizations to achieve their lasting success. Now, the moment you have been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen, please join me welcoming a true architect of confidence and transformation, Ms. Suvidha Mutha, an internationally certified personality development coach and confidence trainer with over 5 year experience empowering women and professionals to build unshakable confidence, presence, personal presence, and impactful communication. She specialize in helping women's leaders transition from invisibility to visibility through mindsets, grooming, and leadership coaching, whether on the stage or in one-on-one section. Insights inspire growth, resilience, and success. Let's give a warm welcome to Ms. Suvidha Mutha. Now, I would like to invite Ms. Suvidha Mutha to take over the presentation. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Vivek, and a warm welcome to all of you present here. A very good morning. I hope you all are doing well. So, before we start the session, let's set some ground rules for today. And it's a very important and very amazing session that we are going to have today, which is like Vivek mentioned, it's how do you create first impression, how much it is important to create first impressions, how it is going to help you finding the lasting impressions. So before we start, if I can see all your faces, if I can see you all on screen, yes, thank you, Sayed, for coming on screen. Others, if I can see everybody on screen, you can come on cameras. Thank you, Amisha. Thank you, Padma. Welcome to the session. Yes, everybody. Wow, I see all so many faces. Okay, now what we are going to do is I am going to keep the chat open for all of you, and for those who cannot come on screen, come don't cannot unmute yourself. I want you all to be active on chat. So before we start, just let me know how are you feeling today. So if you're feeling happy, are you feeling sad? Are you what mood are you in? Just put your moods in the chat box. H for happy and S for sad. Show me your moods. Awesome. Happy, 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 happy. Okay, so our moodometer is towards happy today.
Yes, ma'am.
That's Monday morning for all of us. Great. Okay. Now, what do you understand by first impression? When we say first impression, you actually create an impression when you see someone in a minute, in a second, or 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. But what do you feel? What did you feel when you have just come here and you saw me right now for the first time? So just put one word of what you have seen in me and what was that one impression that you have had in the chat box?
Confidence, ma'am.
Confidence, okay. Yeah, you're anytime welcome to unmute yourself and speak. If not, you can put in the chat box. Soft, okay. I see more. Anything else? Okay. Now let's understand more about confidence. Let's understand more about creating first impressions. Now, there's a very simple question that we have. I'll be presenting two dishes in front of you, and I'll show you one by one. One is A, second is B. I just want you to tell me which one would you like to eat based on its presentation only. Okay, clear? So this is dish one. It's a salad, and this is dish two.
This too, ma'am.
Okay, dish two. Others, you can put your answers in the chat box. I can see A or B. Okay, someone has said A. This is dish B though. See, I'll just show you once more. So this is dish A and this is dish B. First dish or second dish? Dish A or dish B? Anupam, Komal, Bhumi, Sayed. Okay, great. So most of us would like to eat dish B. Why? Because it is on the base of presentation, it looks much better than dish A. Right?
Yes,
Let's
ma'am.
see the dish A again. This doesn't look that well presented, but this one, yes, it does. It looks quite pretty.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, when food is the most basic human necessity, that is something which you all need a lot. But even then, we think before we choose. We think before we choose our food with the help of the presentation. It does not appeal visually or appear appetizing, you will not eat. The food which is presented nicely, we would always want to eat. Now imagine when the most basic requirement is your food, and if that does not appear visually, we do not give a chance to the food also, then why will anyone give you chance if you don't present yourself the right way? Why would anyone give you chance if you are not presented the right way in the right situation? When I say present, that does not mean that you always have to be well dressed up every time, but it also matters where you are, and depending on the situation, are you well dressed? Are you well presented in the situation? So there are three things when we talk about appearance. One is underdressed, second is you're rightly dressed, and third is you're overdressed. For example, you're going to a wedding. Now here I will talk about just in common about every one of us. If you're going to a wedding, would you just wear a regular jeans pant and t-shirt for men, or would you just wear a normal salwar kurta for a wedding? No, right? So in a wedding, if you are not dressed, then you are underdressed. But if you are going on a in a birthday party, would you wear a ghagra to a birthday party? Would you wear kurta pajama to a birthday party? No, right? So here you are overly dressed for a occasion. Now let's understand, is it only the dressing that matters? What do you say? Yes or no? Only the dressing matters, or the colors also matter?
Colors also, ma'am.
Colors also matter, right?
Yes.
How? Let's take a small example. Uh, if you are going on a in a birthday party wearing a normal dress, but a red color dress, it's a bright red, but your dress is simple, but the color is good for the party,
Yes, ma'am.
you will still not look underdressed. But if you wear the same red color dress to the funeral, a very simple cottonish dress, nothing else,
No, ma'am.
it is again you're getting overdressed. So when we talk about dressing, when we talk about underdressed, overdressed, it doesn't only depend on the fabric or your attire, what you're wearing. Your color highly matters, right? Your color highly matters for for the occasion. So the next time if you're going somewhere, presentation appearance is a part of presentation. This is just one part that we have spoken about. And dressing is a one part of appearance. So what we are talking about is just 10% of the entire presentation part. So when we're talking about this 10%, and if this 10% also matters this much, imagine what the other 90% would be, right?
yes,
So, what all can be conveyed through the right image? What do you think? If your image is right, what all can be conveyed? Would you be credible enough? Yes. Would you look authoritative? Yes. If you are credible enough, if you look credible enough, people would like to approach you. So, you will also look approachable, right? You will look responsible, influential, dependable, agreeable. When we talk about all these things, I'll give you one example. Let's understand. Now, we're talking about SEMS Foundation, and SEMS Foundation needs a donation, for example. And we've gone to a party, and Vivek has gone to a party to get the donations. It's just finding the right person to talk to. Now, when Vivek, you're going to the right person, how will you find the right person? There are two people standing. One is in jeans and t-shirt. Second is wearing, I'm so sorry. The second one is wearing a black color suit. Whom would you think is would be able to give you donation?
I think, ma'am, who is wearing suit?
Right?
Yeah,
Because when a person is wearing a suit, he will look more credible.
authentic. You,
Yes, yes, you understand by looking at him that yes, he might have that authority. You don't know, but you are at least thinking that okay, he might have authority.
yes, ma'am.
There might be a chance that the person just standing in jeans and t-shirt must be a billionaire, but you
Mhm.
will not know that. How? Because just by looking at the person. So this is what first impressions mean. This is how much first impressions matter.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, when we talk about first impressions, it is not only about dressing. We also see a lot of things. We see a lot of things when we talk about first impressions. One of the most important thing is footwear, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And footwear is something which we are so keen that even a slight stain on the footwear will be visible. Even a slight stain. So your footwear, if your footwear is clean, not clean, we do check that. We also see that does that person has neat hair, clean nails? Is he or she dressed properly? Is he or she dressed trendy, stylish? What is that person wearing? What earrings are that person wearing? Is it matching to her dress? What perfume that person is wearing? Is the person wearing a perfume or not? Is that person stinky? Or how that person is feeling? How are we feeling about that person? Whether that person introduces himself to others, how is that person talking to others? How are people wanting to think about him, talk to him? How does he appear? Confident, not confident? What is the posture? How is the smile? How is the eye contact? We look all these things. And subconsciously, yes. Consciously, no, but subconsciously, yes. We look for all these things
Yes, ma'am.
when we are talking about first impressions. If we check all these aspects of others, why don't you think others will not check these on you? Others will also check this on you. If you are checking these things for others, why will others not check for you? So, 95% of people believe first impressions are important. 61% of believe they can instantly spot a phony the minute they meet him or her. What that means is 61% of people find flaws immediately just by looking at a person. 79% people believe they usually or always make a good first impression.
Yes,
Now, what do you think about yourself? Do you make a good impression always? Usually, rarely, or your impression never is a good impression. What do you think? Put your answers in the chat box. A, you R or N? Always, usually, rarely, never.
Always do, ma'am.
Always good impression. I'm not talking about
Yes,
myself,
ma'am.
talk about yourself. How do you feel? What do you always give a good impression on others?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, always, usually, okay, always, okay, okay, always, others. What do you think? Do you believe you always make a good first impression, or usually it happens, rarely happens, or it never happens? I had come across a person who said that he never makes a good impression. What used to happen is whenever he goes anywhere, people always misunderstood. So it is not always about that if you don't make a good impression, that means you are a bad person. No, that's not how it is. There are different aspects of creating first impressions. So if you think that okay, your impression is not going the right way, that means people are misunderstanding you. And when we say people misunderstand you, that means when we say people misunderstand, that means yes, what does that mean? That means we don't present ourselves the right way. If you wearing a red color kurta to a funeral, does that mean that you were not sad about the demise of the person? No, but you did not know what color to wear to the funeral, and that was the mistake. So it was not about your intentions, but yes, people do doubt your intentions the way you are presented, right? So even if you are not creating the right impression, that does not mean you are a bad person, right? 68% of 68% believe their first impressions of others are accurate. How many times did we also feel while looking at someone that okay, when I look at this person does not feel right, and eventually you get to know that okay, this person was not right. There was something bad about this person. There was something wrong about this person. Or when you meet someone and you see, oh, I just like the vibe of this person. And yes, when you get to know that person is actually feeling right for you. So the first impressions sometimes goes as the lasting impressions. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, 44% of people say the first thing they notice are the eyes when meeting someone. Now, tell me, what do you notice in a person when you see that person for the first time? Anything. Eyes, footwear, dress, hair, makeup, lipstick, specs, whatever. So, what do you notice when you look at a person for the first time? Put your answers in the chat box, or if you want to unmute and tell me any story that comes to your mind, please
Smile, ma'am.
smile. Okay, hair, makeup, eyes, footwear, anything. What do you notice? Yes, tell me. Sayed, Amisha, Bhumi, Zeba, Ratul, Suresh, Chanchal, smile. Okay, Komal. Okay, eyes, smile. Okay, great. So most of the people look at the face, is what we have understood.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, 40% of people say it takes only 7% to make a first impression. This only 7 seconds. Only 7 seconds. Imagine. Did you ever think that only 7 seconds is enough to make a first impression? And this is true. Research says it takes only 7%, 7 seconds to make a first impression.
While the person's dressing sense and standing posture, you can judge it now.
Yes, right. Rightly said, Vivek. So, subconsciously, we don't take more than 7 seconds to make the first impression about a person. So, when you walk into a room, you just have 7 seconds for when a person looks at you. Will Rogers said, you will never get a second chance to make first impression, and first impressions last. First impressions last. It stays for a long time. If you have seen someone and if you have created a impression about that person, that impression will stay. I don't say that this impression will never go away. Yes, it will. but it will take a lot more effort than to create a first impression. So creating first impression is always easy than creating a second impression, right? In a few seconds, people decide everything about your personality, your authority, your intelligence, your financial success, your trustworthiness, how much can I trust you, how much money do you make, how financially stable you are, what is your personality, how intelligent you are. We do think about all these things just by looking at a person, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what are first impressions? So, when we say first impressions, what are first impressions? Your
Interest.
energy. How do you look? The perception you create. Now, all of us watch movies, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, every one of us watch movies. Now, there are different movies with the same character, right? The same character, a person, a same hero is making you believe that he is playing a certain character, that he has a certain life,
Yes.
is rich or poor, or comes from a very different background, comes from a very different background. Yes. So the same person, the same hero plays a different cast in one movie, plays a different cast in another movie. And when we see these both movies, we do believe in both movies, right? We find the story same. There, do you think no, this person was poor in another movie and he's rich in this movie, or he was and he looks very different? No, because the perception is created in that way. The
People always
perception.
find and always connect with the actor. So what,
Yes, Vivek, can you repeat?
ma'am? People always want to connect themselves to with the actor, that with that actor. So if they find themselves, so they like that actor or movie.
Yes, that's true. But here, what we're talking about is we're talking about these actors and actresses who create a certain perception. They create a certain visual in front of you. Now, there was this movie of Amitabh Bachchan, I think, Farm movie. Did anybody of you watch that movie? No. Okay. There was this movie of Shah Rukh Khan called Fan.
And I
Any
watched it.
you watched it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so the same person, Shah Rukh Khan, was playing two different characters.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, but we it made us believe that these are two different characters.
Yes, ma'am.
How was that possible? That was
फोन आते रहता है
possible
बीच बीच
due
में,
to.
काटते जा रहे हैं फिर आते जा रहा है, ऑफ कर देंगे तो कोई अगर
Can you
पीला उला का फोन आया तो
unmute
भी नहीं उठा पाएंगे,
yourself,
मुश्किल ही हो जाता है
please?
एकदम से, मैंने रिंगर ऑफ कर देंगे तो
Sir, can you mute
सबका ऑफ हो
yourself?
जाएगा,
Lakshmi,
फिर कैसे मालूम
Lakshmi,
पड़ेगा?
can you unmute, please?
एक ही आदमी किए जा रहा है, कौन है पता नहीं, काटते जा रहे हैं फिर भी किए जा रहे हैं, जरा सा आंख।
Yes, let's come back to the movie and to the perception. So, how was this possible? This was possible because of their presentation, the way they were shown on the screen, right? So, just you can decide what you want to show to others. That's how impressions are created. Now, what are impressions? First impressions and lasting impressions. So, impression is something which is an idea or feeling, an opinion about someone that we are making without any conscious thought, and we don't have any evidence about it. We're just looking at the person, we don't have any proof. We're just looking at the person and we are just understanding, okay, this is what it is. This is what I have felt about this person. But when we look at that person for 4 seconds straight, that is when we create a first impression. That is when we create a mental image of that person. That is when we understand, okay, this person, an image is created in our mind about that person. When you go and talk to that person, or when you observe that person for 4 minutes continuously, that's when you remember that person. That's when the impression that was formed is confirmed. Now, how are first impressions formed? This is what we spoke about when we were talking about in a movie. We project an image of ours based on which the other person thinks what we are. We project an image about us of how do we want other person to think about us, right? That is how impressions are formed. So if you want to make other person believe a certain thing about yourself. That is how you have to be dressed. That is how you have to present yourself. Are we able to digest it? Yes. Okay. Now, there are four elements of first impression. There are four things that we look when we look at a person. One is their clothing, their attire, their appearance. Second is their grooming, hair, beard, makeup, nails, and how neat and tidy that person is. Third, when we talk to that person or when we are listening to that person, how is their communication? Fourth, how is their body language? What are the etiquettes they have? Okay. Any communication or message is 55% is your body language. 55% is your appearance and your presentation. 38% is your tone. How do you talk? It's not about what do you talk, it's how do you talk. And only 7% is your words. It's only 7% of what do you speak is what matters. I am not saying that words don't matter, but how are you saying it matters the most. And your body language speaks louder than words. Let's do a small exercise. You all can see me, right? Yes. Put yes in the chat box if you all can see me.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? Okay. Now let me pin my screen. Can you see me on the big screen?
No, ma'am.
No. I will have to stop sharing. Now can you see me because I'm not sharing now?
No, ma'am. Still not.
Okay. See. Okay. Yes. Now can you see all?
Yes, ma'am.
Now you all can see me, right? Okay. Now let's do a small exercise and the chat box is open for all of you. I want you all to put your answers in the chat box of how you're feeling. Okay. Now I am unmuting myself and you're just seeing me. Tell me what do you think? What am I saying? Okay.
Sharing for something or
Excited.
Okay. Can I see your answers in the chat box? What did you think?
second one, I thought you have achieved something, so you are excited.
Okay. Okay. So overall, it was a positive thing. Something.
Yes, ma'am.
Now what I want you all to do is just listen to what I'm saying. Okay. Look at me and just listen to what I'm saying. And just first, I want you to look at me, look at my expressions, and then tell me, was it making sense to you or not? Okay. Do you know what happened yesterday? India won the match.
Neither you
I
feeling
don't. Huh?
neither you feeling good or bad.
You're not understanding I'm feeling good or bad about it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Yes. Can I see each one of you on camera and let's have a small exercise? I can see all your expressions. It would be great.
Guys, please turn on your cameras.
Can I see all of you on camera? We can have a small exercise, just a 1 minute exercise, not a big one, just a 1 minute exercise. Vivek, can you remove yourself from spotlight too?
How can I do?
Okay, I'll do it.
रितेश लोखंडे दिख रहा
Okay, great. Can I see everybody on screen? Yes. Okay, I've seen few of you have come on screen. Vivek, I would want to unpin yourself. Yeah. Okay, great. Yes. Now, what did you hear? What did I say? I'll repeat now. Okay. Do you know what happened yesterday? India won the match. What happened here? Why can't I see any smiles on your faces? Because you did not understand I am happy about it or I am not. So you don't know how to react. But what if I say, do you know India won the match? Now I see smiles on your face because you know I am happy. So you can be happy. This is how your verbal expressions, your tone, your body language change, right? And this is how much it matters. Now, what I was saying did not matter that much because you were not understanding how do you react, right? So, okay, Vivek, I don't know why you are on the pin. Can you please unpin yourself?
I'm already unpinned.
Okay, I think that should be fine. Yes, let me share my screen. So we did understand, right, how much our body language and our expressions matter. This is the reason, and this is all based on a research that how much our facial expressions, our visual elements, including clothes, grooming, body language, is important. And it is 80% higher than your words. To be precise, it's 93% more important than your words. Your body language and your tone. how you speak about it. Now imagine 83% of your message is visual. Then how can you cannot not communicate? What does this mean? Even when you are not saying anything, even when you are silent, even when you are not speaking a single word, you're still communicating. You're still sending a message to someone through your body language, through your appearance, through how you are feeling, what is your energy, and that energy gets transmitted, right? Think about it. We remember what we see, but we forget what we hear. Basic nature of our human memory is photographic. We remember what we see. We may not remember where did we see, how did we see, what are the details. We may not remember anything else, but we will remember the picture, what we have seen. We will remember. Sometimes happens, right? We see the face. Oh, you. Oh, yes, I know you by face, but I don't remember your name. We do say this a lot, right? We do say this a lot. This is how it is. This is how it works. Now, what are the repercussions of first impression? Repercussions are confirmation of first impression, self-fulfilling prophecy, and lasting impressions. Once you have created a first impression, that will last, that will stay. And to change that impression becomes a little difficult. Mirror effect. Mirror effect did happen, right? When I was sad and when I said that India won the match. If I was sad, even if you would have been happy, you did not understand how should you react. That's called mirror effect. You were seeing me and you were reacting the way I was reacting. Why first impressions are instinct? Because this is how our subconscious mind works. They are subconscious, our body language, our interpretations, basic instincts of survival. When our ancestors they used to live in forests, this was basic, very basic for in basic instincts. Just by looking at an animal, you used to understand this animal is safe or not. That is also an impression that you're forming, right? Even when you look at a street dog, some dogs look cute, some dogs do not. Some dogs look scary. These are the impressions that you're forming about these animals also. So these are basic instincts that we have. Before invention of language, humans survived by interpreting body language. This is what we used to do, right? We used to just look at the person, look at the animal, see his body language, how is that animal doing, and then or look at the other person. Then we used to react. We used to understand, oh yes, when the language was not there, only the body language was. So this was basics. This was human nature. Now we know the power of appearance, your skills, and your first impressions. Yes? Any questions? Now we've come to the end of this session and I can answer all the questions that we have.
As you have, if someone has burning questions, please do ask to ma'am.
And till we get the questions, I would like most of you on cameras, please. I'm taking a photo of us.
Okay. I think no one has a questions. So, what an incredible section, ma'am. On behalf of everyone here, I hear a massive thank you to ma'am for breaking down such a crucial topic with clarity, depth, and passion.